Kris, you're down over 20 pounds. You're freaking ripped up now, got veins in your arms. Confidence is on a whole other level. So, man, I just want to just kind of rewind the clock a little bit and tell me, like, what were you really struggling with before you started with the program?
Uh, I guess I was at a turning point in my life, and I could have stayed on the self-destructive path I was going on, or I could have reached out for help, and that's what I did. So, and luckily, you're there to help me.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I'm asking these questions to you, Kris, I want you to really think about your answers speaking to the identity of the Kris that you were before. You know, where you're at now, you're in a different place as far as like your mindset, you knowing what you're capable of. So when I ask you, you know, like what you were struggling with, as real and transparent as you feel like being is cool, because the purpose of this isn't to talk to a bunch of people at all.
Okay.
It's to talk to one person. It's to talk to the former you. If you were going to talk to you 4 months ago, 5 months ago, you know, what would you say? How would you relate? So when I asked that question, like, what were you struggling with before? How could you relate to the Krises out there that need help?
Um, I guess I was struggling a lot with drugs, with uh, meth. I guess was really the bad thing that I was struggling with, and I don't know. Drinking all the time. I was struggling with that, and just not wanting to get instant gratification. Pleasure right away.
So, Kris, when you got started in this journey, I know you were a little bit scared to do it. Like, what were you kind of maybe skeptical of?
Uh, I really didn't know what to expect. I, I was scared that first time that I took my shirt off and took a picture. That's for sure. I didn't like what I saw then.
Got it. And what held you back from taking action sooner?
Uh, I think it was just me being on my own for so long that when I asked you for help, my brother had been living with me for a few months, and I'd done some stupid stuff, and I really wasn't proud of it. I didn't want to disappoint him anymore, so he really helped a lot.
That's awesome, man.
Just by him being there, he helped me out a lot.
That's very cool. And what finally convinced you to take action? What was finally the deal that convinced you, like, I'm going to do it?
I I guess I was just I was coming down when I actually texted you that first time. I was coming down off meth, so I didn't. I just wanted to get away from it, and
Got it. And how has this now, like, I guess tell me like some of your like biggest breakthroughs since you started this, because you've had an amazing transformation. You've had some amazing breakthroughs happen. Tell me about some of those.
uh, I guess a lot of it would be to do it whether I want to or not. Uh, Go work out whether I want to or not, and track my food, whether I want to or not. And I guess also just keeping my job when everybody else was getting furloughed. I was staying focused and on top of everything, so I came out on top. So didn't get furloughed and making more money now.
So yeah, I want to dive into that, dude. You're like, have you ever been ripped up and had a six pack before in your life?
Maybe a little bit in my early 20s, but
And you're in your 40s now.
right.
Did you think that would be possible?
I never thought it would be.
And did you see yourself getting a $2, $3 raise at work?
I always see that. I can always see that possibility.
You went from being lucky to having your job to getting a raise.
Right.
It's pretty amazing, man. So how has this really just impacted your life overall?
Uh, I have, I guess I have more energy now and more confident, and I found my new favorite hobby or my passion as CrossFit.
Awesome, man. That's so
I
cool.
I enjoy it all the time. I really do.
Really cool. So tell me, Kris, like, who would you recommend this program for?
Who?
Yeah.
Um, Pretty much anyone who wants to improve their life, improve their fitness and health.
And Kris, what would you say to someone that was maybe like thinking about it and maybe they see your story and they're like, yeah, Kris could do it, but there's no, I couldn't do that. Like, I couldn't do what Kris did. Like, what would you say to that person that doesn't maybe believe in themselves that they could do it?
I would say that anybody can do it. It just takes consistency and self-control. But
Anything else you would share with somebody that's just getting started?
uh, I've told several people at work about it that have wanted to get started and go work out and eat right. And I really haven't found a way to convince anyone yet, but
Well, I'm sure people are all noticing your progress, and they're definitely noticing and paying attention to that, right?
I, I, yeah,
Awesome.
my boss asked me if I was on steroids.
That's really cool. That
Yeah,
is really cool.